Assalamu alaikum. Listen carefully, O chosen one. The message you are about to receive is not a mere coincidence. If this message reaches you today, it is because Allah has chosen for you to hear it. You have passed a crucial test, and now the heavens are poised, ready to bestow upon you what you have long awaited in silence. You are not like others. What you have endured, the struggles you have faced in silence, without complaint or surrender, have not gone unnoticed. Your suffering in the shadows, your solitary prayers, your tears with no one to witness have been seen. Yet despite all this, you never turned your back on your Lord. You remained firm, you held on, and it is this perseverance that distinguishes you. How many have faltered along the way? How many have doubted their faith when the answers were slow to come? How many have turned away when tested by Allah? Yet you stayed, you trusted. Even when everything seemed broken, even when you no longer understood the path, you said, Ya Allah, I stay with you. This is the essence of passing the final test. This is not an achievement recognized by people, but a triumph that only the heavens have witnessed. And now it is the heavens that will respond. The doors that once seemed closed to you, Allah will open them before you. The blessings that you could once only dream of, Allah will place into your hands. What you are experiencing now is the closing of one chapter and the beginning of another. You may not realize it yet, but your life is changing. And this change is no accident. It is the fruit of your endurance, your loyalty, and your unwavering faith. The signs of having passed this ultimate test may not always be grand or obvious. They may not manifest in clear visions or dreams, but rather in the quiet weariness of your soul. It is in the fatigue you feel without explanation, in the sense of being emptied, broken, without apparent cause. What you have experienced was an invisible battle, a final trial deeper than any other. Allah tested you at the level of your heart. He wanted to see if your love for Him transcended the circumstances. He wanted to know if you could stand firm when everything inside you cried out to give up. This test was not about external circumstances, but about your inner strength, your patience, your waiting, your unwavering faith in the face of silence. The world may not have understood what you were going through, but Allah knew, and He recorded it all. You may have seen doors close, people drift away for no apparent reason, and projects collapse at the last moment. This was not a mere coincidence. It was Allah's way of purifying you, of preparing you for what is to come. It was the ultimate test to separate the false from the true within you. Before granting a major blessing, Allah always tests the depth of your intentions. He wants to know if you are seeking Him for His rewards or for His presence. You have shown that you remain for Him, even when the rewards seem to disappear. You have passed the test that many fail, the trial of waiting without explanation. And now, having endured, having not turned away, the heavens tilt, not to congratulate you, but to entrust you with something greater. Those who persevere until the end are prepared for sacred missions. You may have wondered why Allah was silent for so long. Why, in your moments of anguish, did He seem absent as you cried out to Him? Why were the nights so long, the prayers filled with tears, yet no visible response came? The silence itself was the test, not to cause doubt, but to strengthen you. When Allah loves a servant, He elevates them. And when He intends to raise them higher than others, He leads them through a trial that only a few can endure. The silence of Allah is never abandonment. Rather, it is a mark of trust, a sacred space where He watches to see if you will continue to trust in Him. Even when Allah remains silent, you chose Him. He tested you just as He tested the prophets, allowing the desert to settle around you to see if you would follow Him without a map, without a visible path, just your heart as your compass. Those who complain at the first sign of silence are not ready to bear great responsibilities, but you remain steadfast. Even when your soul yearned for understanding, you chose submission. You could have fled, but instead, you remained in prostration, and in that, you stood apart. Not in grand victories, but in your hidden endurance. You have been faithful in what is unseen. The silence of Allah has refined your soul. He detached you from the superficial, teaching you to pray without expectation, to love without proof, and to believe without conditions. This is a lesson few understand. Allah does not entrust just anyone with His light. He forges his chosen ones in the invisible, in solitude and silence. Those who are called to carry his light must first learn to walk in the darkness without straying. Now that you understand the silence, you can hear the whisper of destiny. Now that you have not retreated from the void, you are prepared to receive what was once hidden. The heavens have been waiting for this moment, and now things are beginning to shift, slowly, subtly, but profoundly. Perhaps you cannot fully explain it yet, but deep inside, you feel a change. A quiet peace has descended upon your heart, one that does not stem from your circumstances, but from heaven itself. You no longer panic as you once did. You no longer chase after what escapes you. You feel that something is aligning, even though the results are not yet visible. This is the first sign that the heavens have started to move on your behalf. Allah always begins by working within you before working around you. Now that your inner world is stabilized, He begins to touch your outer world. The blessings will come, but not all at once, not in chaos. They will arrive like gentle rain after a long drought. Perhaps you'll reconnect with people you haven't seen in years, or an unexpected opportunity will arise. A project long frozen may suddenly come back to life. These are not mere coincidences. They are the fruits of your endurance. Allah never forgets what you have sown in tears. You have no idea of the magnitude of what He has prepared for you. You have been tested deeply, and therefore you will be blessed deeply. This will not be a momentary relief, but a turning point. A shift from a season of trials to a season of manifestations. Not just for your comfort, but so that you can bear witness to Allah's faithfulness. You are not forgotten. You are visited, and this visitation comes from above. It will not depend on your efforts or intellect. It will come like a sudden light in a dark room. It is Allah who brings it. It is He who changes the seasons. Can you feel this turning point in the air? It is not a mere impression. It is a spiritual reality. Get ready, because what you've been waiting for is on its way. Do not underestimate how you feel right now. This is not pride nor exaggeration. It is a new consciousness, a profound awakening. You feel ready, not because you have it all figured out, but because you have endured through it all. And this is what Allah sees. It is not your perfection that interests Him. It is your submission, your constancy, your loyalty. People do not know how many times you had to rebuild yourself in silence. They do not know the nights you felt lost, but still rose to pray to Him. They do not know the sacrifices you made to remain in His light, but Allah knows. And He says to you now, you are ready. You are no longer a seed, you are a tree. It is time for you to bear fruit. Your preparation has been long because your mission is great. What you are about to experience will not be for you alone. It will extend to others as well. Allah will make you a refuge, a source of inspiration. You are an elect. The path of the elect is different. They don't experience seasons like others. They are often isolated when others are celebrated, tested when others are blessed. But when the hour of recovery comes, they receive blessings that cannot be mimicked by the world, because it is Allah who blesses them. And when Allah blesses, He doesn't do so halfway. His blessings are transformative. When He raises, He establishes. When He honors, He does so in the presence of both angels and men. Now that you are prepared, Allah will present you to the world as a living testimony to His faithfulness. This will not be boasting or arrogance. It will be the confirmation of His promise for your life. You will not need to fight for attention or validation. What you wear, what you say, will speak for you. Doors will open, hearts will soften, and resources will flow. Not because you chased after them, but because they are assigned to you. You no longer need to prove anything. You have entered a season where Allah Himself justifies your journey. Get ready. What you are experiencing now is not the end of a battle, but the beginning of a spiritual reign. Those who saw you fall will soon witness your rise. But this recovery will not be ordinary. It will not simply be a return to the way things were. It will be a heavenly recovery, an elevation lifted by the hand of Allah Himself. Those who thought it was over for you will witness the opposite. And don't think that this will happen to silence them, to seek revenge, or to prove your point. It is happening because Allah wants His power to be displayed through your recovery. He kept your fall hidden, but He will reveal your victory in broad daylight. They may have spoken words that hurt you, but those words will not define you. Their betrayals may have slowed you down, but they did not stop you. Today, it is this unwavering faithfulness that heaven is rewarding. They have seen your tears, but they will also see your light. You didn't need to respond to their attacks because Allah was preparing a far greater response. Your transformation is not for explanation now, it's for demonstration. Your silence was prophetic. Your patience was part of a heavenly strategy. Now that heaven is acting on your behalf, things will begin to accelerate. Those who doubted you will be left confused. Those who despised you will be astonished, and those who abandoned you will soon seek to return. You will not harbor bitterness in your heart, because when Allah elevates, He purifies. You haven't lost anything, rather you have been protected. What you perceived as loss was, in fact, preservation. And now what you will receive is not simply restoration, it is a multiplied blessing. It is the culmination of a long period of silence, a sacred fire, and a silent prayer that only Allah has heard. The time has arrived. You no longer need to hide. You are ready to walk as the chosen one you are. You are entering a season where Allah's favor will accompany you wherever you go. You will witness doors open before you, even before you reach them. Situations that once appeared blocked for years will now become effortlessly unblocked. This is not due to your increased strength or intellect, but because Allah's time has finally arrived. And when Allah's time comes, nothing can stop it. No people, no circumstances, and not even your own doubts. You have reached the end of a training cycle, and heaven is now ready to release what is rightfully yours. You are neither early nor late. You are exactly where you need to be at the perfect moment. What you are about to receive is directly linked to what you have become, and what you have become is the fruit of everything you've endured. That's why you can't fail now. You have been refined like gold, polished like a diamond. The trials didn't diminish your value, they revealed it. And now the world will witness what heaven always knew was within you. Prepare to see divine connections unfold. Allah will place people in your path who will recognize your worth, not out of jealousy, but as a spiritual confirmation. They won't know you by your name, but by your fruit. They will open doors for you that you could never have opened on your own. When Allah elevates someone, He also places around them those who can bear this elevation. You will no longer have to fight to exist. Your mere presence will carry weight. Your voice will be heard, not because it is loud, but because it carries the wisdom of the one who shaped you in secret. You no longer need to seek validation. You now embody what you have believed. And remember, the goal was never just to bless you, but to transform you. That transformation is nearly complete, and you are now ready to step into your inheritance. Without fear, without doubt, and with the certainty that everything unfolding is a result of your faithfulness. The time has come to walk in what you have long awaited, prayed for, hoped for, and sometimes even despaired over. What you are experiencing is not a coincidence. It is a divine visitation. You passed the final test not because you never doubted, but because, despite your doubts, you stayed faithful. You remained in the presence of Allah even when everything seemed dark. Now heaven is opening a new chapter for you. This is no longer the chapter of trials. This is the chapter of accomplishments. But be cautious. This is not the end. It is merely the beginning of another dimension of your calling. With honor comes responsibility. With blessing comes mission. You were not raised up to sit idly, but to rise and shine. You will be a living testament that those who place their hope in Allah are never forsaken. Your life will silently yet powerfully testify to what Allah can do with someone who doesn't give up. Someone who does not seek to shine, but only to please their Lord. You will be the one who accepts brokenness, only to be made useful. Stay humble. Remain submissive. Never let elevation make you forget who raised you. The same Allah who blesses can also take away. But if He sees a sincere heart in you, He will continue to elevate you, not for your glory, but for His light to shine through you. You have been chosen for this generation. You are the first in 1,000 years to stand up, not to run, but to walk slowly with dignity and faith. This moment is sacred. What you carry is too precious to be treated as ordinary. You are a bearer of destiny, an heir to mercy, and a servant of Allah, destined to mark your era. So rise, walk forward, and don't look back. The sky is ready and the earth is waiting for you.